Howdy, y'all. It is Cody from the Keepers of Nerddom. In anticipation for 10th edition, decided, you know what? It's time to potentially start a new faction, and what better way than off in a combat patrol? Although I think when we go through some of this, the combat patrols sometimes it's like Necrons are my first army so far, and Tau will be my second. The Necron combat patrol was very like really useful pieces in it, and then some really limited pieces. And I think the Tau Empire's combat patrol may be even more limited in a way. And so let's go through it. I'm really excited about this, but I'm also nervous because I think right now, at least in 9th edition, and we'll show a little bit of the stuff and why I'm nervous. We have some serious, things that in here aren't necessarily the greatest, but there are things like the Ethereal that are really useful. The Fireblade, I'm not sure yet. And this battlesuit could either be really, really good in 10th or kind of the same as what it has been. So let's go through and see what we've got in here. This is a combat patrol box. Just took off the wrapper just to get it kind of ready. So yeah, here is our rules book. And it's got all of the things in here, just so you know. Build variants up here. And then all the different things. I'm going to have to start painting eyes on the fish people. Thankfully, there's not a whole lot of eyes on these because most of them have suits. So we got all of our instructions on building. It looks like the little guys aren't going to be too hard. Just some little tedious things, but nothing major. Hover drone has a flag underneath it. That's really funny. So is it actually hovering? There's the question. But anyway, stealth drones down here. The pieces to build the Ghostkeel battlesuit, which I'm really excited about. I think it's going to be a fun build. Oh, there's a person inside of it too. But wait. You're never going to see him. Huh. He's going to be sealed in there. That's hilarious. You'll never even see this trooper. So it's a question of, do you paint him or not? I guess you could leave him in such a way that he's visible. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay. We got several weapon options here that I'm gonna have to really pick through and or magnetize it at some point. We got some missile pods up there or something to that effect. I was really hoping for multiple weapon or head options, but it looks like we've got one. And then we've got, I really think these are fascinating, the little stealth battle suits. I was wondering if they could be built as a different option, but it doesn't look like that. Marker drone, homing beacon. Oh, homing beacon. Interesting. That's what that is. Interesting. There's our Fire Warriors turret. That looks really cool. Gun drone, guardian drone, shield drone, marker drone. I'm going to look up exactly which one you should build with them. Just gives you all the different options to build with. That's going to be hard because I want all of them just to see them all. The Fire Warriors team looks really simple. There's one or two of them that have to build the legs separate. And so you've got, looks like 2 different weapon options that we'll have to choose. Interesting. Strike team or breacher team. Yep, another thing to look up and figure out because that matters. I've got them as a strike team Fire Warriors, but now I don't know. I don't know which one's the more useful or not. So all the instructions to build them, and then all the little options. Look at that. That's cool. E34. You've got all the different weapon options. My goodness. All the belts. This is cool. This is good. I like lots of options like this. It'll be fun to design them. It's going to be tedious work, though, for a bit, but it'll look so good when it's done. And so you've got your here's how they play, like really basics. Different weapons. Interesting. Oh, you can do 2 different types of the turret too. That makes sense. And the stealth battlesuits have 2 different weapons, and looks like on the shoulders you've got 3 different weapon options. For the weapon mount, it looks like 2 different options, and then number 6 down here is a melee. Interesting. Let's just look it over real quick. There's the Fireblade. Nice. The Ethereal. Cool. All the pegs except for the real big stuff. This is going to be all just glue and do. My goodness. Wow. Stealth battle suits and some other, I think that's the bigger suits as well. Yeah, that's the bigger stuff. This thing's going to look awesome when it's done. Oh my goodness. Those are the stealth battle suits feet. At some point I'll get the crisis battle suits to really make it an actual functioning army, but right now this gets me in the door, right, with a decent amount of models and at least the ability to experiment and to just comprehend what in the world is it to play the Tau. I think it's going to be awfully similar to the Necrons except for the drones. That might be a drone. Huh. Josh. Just so many bits and bobs. I'm going to have to pick out a different color pattern too so they don't look super similar to each other. Oh my goodness. There's the turret right there. Version of the missile system. I like their weapons. And here's all of the bits for the Tau. We can put them without masks. I'm probably going to keep their masks on most of the time because they'll be easier to paint to an extent. And plus, just painting faces is just obnoxious. But, whew. A lot of decisions to make here. A lot of decisions. And the last things down here are the bigger bases. Got those 2. And then the drone bases. 5 drone bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. Just wish I had more drones. And there's the Ghostkeel battlesuits thing. And okay, so Tau apparently are red on the decals. That's interesting. Oh. Cold Star battlesuit force. This was worth it in part just for these little things. Breacher team, I'm going to have to really figure out because I printed off, I printed off the 9th edition stuff, obviously, right? Because we don't have 10th edition yet. But it is an interesting thing of which ones do I want to use because, a strike team, maybe it's way cheaper to use this and they get better weaponry. I don't know. Pulse carbine is long range, but very, very lame. No AP at all to speak of. The missile pod has -2 AP, less attacks, but better strength, better AP, better damage. Pulse rifle, that's interesting. 36 inches. It only gets 1 shot, but then they do have -1 AP, -1 damage, but they could get up to 2. That's interesting. That extra range could be really helpful. I don't know. There's a lot of decisions to make because of how this functions, but I'm really excited for 10th, and now I'll have the ability to at least start a 10th edition Tau army with a combat patrol, although ironically I don't have 3 of any group to make them into, at least in 9th edition, a legal army. 10th edition, I can't remember exactly what all the requirements for the build are. I thought it was still 3, but I could be wrong. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, who are you excited to play in 10th edition? Have you picked up combat patrols? What do you think of the Tau combat patrol? I think there's better options for their battle suits and things like that, but this is a good place to start, and we'll see exactly where it goes when it gets upgraded or changed or downgraded in 10th edition. So I've been Cody from the Keepers Nerddom. Take care, y'all, and have a good time playing Warhammer 40K. Bye.